Hello, we're back talking about part 1 of the test last May 28th. We were on question 19, and the reason we were discussing question 19 is that some people answered all of the above are measures of dispersion, percentiles, quartiles, interquartile range. Well, the answer is interquartile range. We were looking at percentiles at the end of the last video here, and let's come back to... All right, we're back here looking at this skew distribution, which is set right now to the 50th percentile. Okay, and what we saw was that the 50th percentile is 16.8. It's a point on the x-axis. It's a location on this x-axis of whatever the data is that we're measuring. Okay, so it tells us what's the point of the x-axis where half the area, half the probability is to the left and half to the right. Okay, now let's look at our quartiles here, which means we want to look at the 25th percentile. There's this little neato kino bit of software to set that to 25th percentile. It's a little too narrow. Doesn't show a 25 up there, but it's at the 25th percentile, which is 9.6. And let me come on now. Let's click in here. Okay, and we'll set this to the 75th percentile. Oh no! So we want to set. If I'm going to set to the 75th percentile, I need to set this to 25. This is the probability to the right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now what we have here is the first quartile and the third quartile, Q1, Q3. Q1 is equal to 9.6. That's a value on the x-axis. Q3 is equal to 26.9. That's another value on the x-axis. So the quartiles, Q1 and Q3, are measures of location. Location down here on the x-axis, Q1, Q3. Now what is a measure of dispersion? How widely it's dispersed is the distance between these two quartiles. The interquartile range. And that's going to be 26.9 minus 9.6. That's a measure of dispersion. Okay, and let's kind of come back to the Word file. Okay, let's see. Problem 20. I think that was okay. Some people missed it on kind of a arithmetic error. Remember that it's the variance divided by the mean times 100. Times 100. Okay, it's the kind of mistake I make on tests all the time, but I still mark you wrong for it. Well, even though I know you understand it. If you answered 0.1125, I know you understand it. But when you go overseas, they're going to mark you wrong if it's wrong. Okay. 21, everyone got. 22. The variance can never be negative. Let's pull out here just a little bit. Okay. The variance can never be negative because it's a sum. This is a variance right here. It's a sum of squares. The difference between the data and the mean. A square can never be negative, so the sum can never be negative. It can be 0, however. If all the data, if every xi is exactly the same, then every single one of these will be 0 squared. And if you do that, you could get a variance of 0. Okay, well, this one's nice and short. We're going to end it right here. That's the end of the comments on part 1 of the test. I'm going to now continue on. I'll make another video about part 2. I'll see you in that video. Take care. Good studying. Bye-bye.